It's Market Day Report. We're up and trading. How about we just jump right in and see what's happening with the markets? Now, in the overnight session, corn moving higher, and it looks like, well, we're starting the session off in higher territory. 423 on the December contract, and that's a half penny higher. For soybeans, and I'll touch on this real quick. You add both old and new crop weekly export sales, and we had well over 1 million metric tons. Now you have to add the old and the new crop, so I'm trying to be as encouraging as I can. The actual shipments, though, of what we sent out was 1.4 million metric tons, which was down 16% on corn. Now, soybeans, couple of things happening here. First off, November starts the day penny and a half lower, 10.17. We had a flash sale reported overnight for beans to Egypt, 110,000 metric tons. You look at our old and new crop sales, over 500,000 metric tons. The shipment's not very good, though, so I could try to add things up, but at the end of the day, that's somewhat disappointing with anywhere from 20 to 24% decline week over week or over the 4-week average. Let's get to the wheat market. We've got Tommy Grisafi standing by, so we'll jump through this. 525 and a half. That's down 2 3/4 cents. Hard red winter wheat. We see that down 2 3/4, 521 and a half, and then spring wheat down 640 and 3/4. One more before we go to Tommy, and that's cotton down 5 points, 68.27. He's with Nesvick Trading, Tommy Grisafi. Tommy, what's got your eye today?
We traded up overnight. We were up all night, and then we opened and immediately traded lower. We are coming into first notice day in July. That's very important here as people have to get positions straightened out. Continued volatility in all markets. Stock market yesterday caught my eye. NVIDIA, all-time highs. I had a bunch of people when the tariff started said they'd have to work 3 more years. Hey, tell the boss you're retiring. Stock market's 1% from all-time highs. I don't want to hear you're crying anymore. The world did not end. We had World War III lasted a day. That ended somewhat well, I guess, for the world because crude oil came down. What's catching my eye? $65 crude oil. Getting fuel needs bought for people here as it is the one input that if you're supposed to buy low, sell high, crude oil became affordably more in the affordable price range on the oversold level. So buying crude oil for people here. All eyes on the big report on Monday, USDA end of the month, end of the halfway through the year. I know you like facts and statistics. I saw your little piece on vegetables. That was amazing. We're going to be halfway through the year, and there's going to be a lot of position squaring. I will say people are nervous for this number. Is it a nothing burger? Is it going to be a market mover? It tends to be a market mover. 2 pieces there on the what inventory is left, and then actual planted acres, and maybe we get some yield projections. Back to you, my friend.
Okay, so with all that said, before we take a break, I want you to think about something. I'll get your answer at the end of the next segment, but we are 6 months away from Christmas as of yesterday. So what would Tommy want under the tree? We'll find that out. Hang on, we're coming back in a moment. Market Day Report continues after this. 228 to 230. What's that? Well, hang on, we'll tell you in just a moment. It is important to note, however, this June live cattle contract expires at the end of the session on Monday. So what's 228 to 230? Well, that's the asking price for cash cattle in the South. Let's just say we do get that 228. That means we're, what, $6.70 away from that on the June live cattle contract, when ideally it will converge. May not. It'll get close for sure. Look at the August, though, 207.85. It's down $1.12. Let's go to the feeders now. And feeders are lower to start the session. August, 301.82, down 47. The October has lost the 3 handle. We'll see if it gets it back before the end of the day. And then the hog market, mixed territory. August up a couple of pennies, 111.25. The deferreds are lower. And as we bring back in Tommy Grisafi with Nesvick Trading, just on this hog market, focusing on it for just a moment, I looked at the cold storage report, and we've had quite the drawdown in pork bellies, i.e. bacon. Could that contribute some to the optimism moving forward?
Well, people need to consume protein, and we know with what's happened in the cattle market that we're looking for every source of protein possible. One interesting thing to notice on that hog versus cattle, I have a friend who likes to spread those. He's been selling cattle, buying hogs, and he said that spread's really come back. It was a loser for him. He's all excited it's a scratch, but we'll see if that'll continue. And there's a lot of people out there who trade and speculate who like to spread. And so when you talk about hogs, you have to look at that relationship in hogs versus cattle. And 100% agree with you on that. June cattle, going to be a lot of excitement as we get that contract moved out of here. We're coming in the 4th of July holiday. Stores by now have all their needs met, and we'll see how much the consumer consumes on 4th of July. Keep an eye on the weather, too, on the Midwest. Is it going to be wide open and hot and good barbecue weather, or are we going to have widespread rains in the 4th of July holiday? Keep an eye on that. Back to you, my friend.
All right, here's the big question. What would Tommy like to see under that Christmas tree? Maybe a few bushels of corn?
Yeah, that's it. $5 corn would really cheer people up a little bit. And then a nice big little something in the stocking from the government to help the American farmer wouldn't be bad also, my friend.
All right, those are good. We're 6 months away from, well, 6 months minus 1 day from Christmas. Tommy Grisafi in Nashville with Nesvick Trading.